Well, welcome to day 5 of our February releases, and today is a new set called Easter Kids, and the set has the clear stamps, and it also comes with outline dies so you can cut out all the little kids. And I begin my card by cutting out the quad collage with my Cuttlebug. And I had cut out this white cardstock base before the video, and I just made it just about a fourth of an inch bigger than the yellow part of the quad collage. And I took the long centerpiece and I stamped my sentiment on it. And I did it on the right hand side of the card because I wanted to have the kids overlapping on the left side. So I go ahead and I get my stamp ready to stamp by cleaning it with a baby wipe, and then I rub it with a pencil eraser, and then I wipe it again with the baby wipe to make sure I get off any of that pencil residue. And then when I go ahead and stamp, I only have to stamp it once because it takes on that ink so much better when it is cleaned off of any of the chemicals from the manufacturing process. So now I'm stamping 3 of the kids I'm going to use on the card, and I do the same thing where the baby wipe and then the pencil eraser and the baby wipe again, and then I go ahead and ink it up, and I only have to stamp it one time and not worry about re-inking and stamping again, because I was making a card the other day and I've never had this happen before, but my paper actually shifted on me, and so I had to throw the whole thing away and start over. So I'm going to go ahead and color the kids, and I start out by basing them all in E-O-O-O-O. And then for the little girl with bunny ears, I'm going E11 and E13 to make her darker colored. And so I base her with the E11, and then I just add some E13 for shadowing. Now, as I'm coloring these, I go ahead and I don't do a lot of detailed coloring on these. I'm just doing some quick coloring since this card is pretty detailed, and it does have 3 images that go on it. Now, my camera shut off, so I didn't get me coloring the other 2. The little boy, I did him in E02 and E00. And the little girl in the egg, I did her with E01 and E000. And then I'm coloring in and doing the hair on the little girl. And actually with these little characters, I like to not have such detailed coloring on them. Coloring goes a lot faster on them, and to me they kind of look like they would be stickers that you would get at like Hallmark or whatnot, cute little stickers. So when you use the outline die to cut them out, you could make them stickers. That would be super fun to have for your planners, or to make a bunch of them and give to your kids in their Easter baskets, and then they could decorate their room or their notebooks or anything like that with them. So I go ahead and I've got all the hair done. I find that this combo RV21 and RV23 is kind of like a baby pink color, which is perfect for Eastery items. So I went ahead and I'm using all of my pastel colors are going to be on all 3 of the characters. Since they're all on the same card, I wanted to make sure that they all looked like they were supposed to be there together. So as I'm finishing up the pink, I'm going to go ahead and move into the purples, which for the purple I use V91 and V95. And this is more of a gray toned purple than a vibrant purple. I actually have not found a purple in the Copics that I liked that was a nice like grape purple. So this is the one that I went ahead with, and then I'm adding in some yellow, which I used Y11 and Y15. I just want to make sure that each little character has lots of nice pastel-y colors on them. And then for their shadowing on their ears and on the egg, I just use a little W1. And then I'm finishing them up with green, and for the green I used YG21 and YG25, which I like. These are my go-to green colors. I like how they're so vibrant and colorful, very springy colored. And then I add a little bit of shading to his pants. And then on the little boy's arms, he has little stripes, so I did those blue, and also his shoes the blue. And then I finish his basket in some yellow tones. If you watch some of the January release videos, you will see how I made a template to make sure that when I cut out my colored characters, that the white line is perfectly aligned all around the image. So I take a scrap piece of paper and I cut out the outline die, and then I take the outline part and I will place that over my colored image. And then you tape it down really well. Now your die will fit down in this cut out part snugly, and then you want to go ahead and tape it down too because it will move on you. So now when you run the whole thing through your cutting machine, it gives you the perfect cutout of the stamp, and you don't have to worry about any parts being too close to the image or not looking exactly right. So now I'm going to go ahead and assemble my card, and I start by gluing down the quad collage outline part onto my white cardstock base. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the foam tape on the sentiment that says Eastertell Cutie. And I purchased this foam tape off of Amazon. I believe it was $5 or $6 for the little roll. And I just go ahead and put some on and take off the backing, and then I just lay it over, matching best I can into the little area that it would be. So I lay out my characters how I'm going to want them, and before the video I cut out this piece of grass using the cloud and grass die, and then I cut it to fit in the little area so it looks like they're standing on grass. It actually gives more interest to the card. And I also did a piece for the upper part image, and that one I made taller. And then I'm just going to go ahead and glue her on and not have her be foam taped because I didn't want to have her have any dimension. But her ears do stick up above the card, which does give a little bit of dimension to it. I also cut out some flowers from our flower unicorn die. The die has two different types of flowers. It has the little 5-petal flower, and it also has the 8-petal flower and the leaves that go with them. They are the perfect size for this kind of card with these little tiny characters because they give just that little bit extra to your card. Now I went ahead and I did use the foam tape on the girl with the bunny ears. And the little boy with the bunny ears, he is not foam taped, so he lays flat on the card. I glued him flat to the card. And then I'm going ahead and I'm adding flowers where I think they will look nice and fit onto the card. And then I go ahead and I add some gold glitter glue into the centers of the flowers just to give them a little extra oomph. When I am using the glitter glue to add centers to flowers, I like to go ahead after I have put the glitter glue in and tap the card down so it settles off those little peaks that your glitter glue will give you. And then I cut out the little banner and the flower from our trio collage die. I added a white enamel dot to the center of the pink flower to finish off the card. Thank you for joining me. Goodbye. See you tomorrow.